The calendar may say autumn, but temperatures are still pretty sweltering here in North Florida. But the good news, the radar is clear. Still, hydration will be key today at TIAA Bank Field in Jacksonville. This crowd excited to see their Jaguars as both teams emerged from their tunnels a moment ago. We are just about ready for football as the Jags get set to match up with Matthew Stafford and the Detroit Lions. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
They'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive.
61, matchbox, lights, rocket.
And the drive begins with a run by Geis. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
I deserve that. It's time to learn that. Mess around and put that thing up where you burn, man.
6 yards on that last play. Here's second and 4. Here's Minshew. To Thompson on the screen. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards. Back to the 33. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down. A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. From the gun, Minshew to throw. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
In a 4th down.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts. This time on 3rd down.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. On the return, here's Agnew. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. The holding penalty negates a good return as they'll start just past the 20. This is Swift on the counter. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
At the 28-yard line.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
2nd and 4.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Stafford going to give it to Swift. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30.
Swift, the ball carrier.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Stafford on 3rd down. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. First down, Detroit. 16 yards on the pickup.
First down, Detroit.
Get him down as he's inside the 40. 16 yards, a little deja vu from the previous play where they got 16.
Happy for the Detroit Lions to get DeAndre Swift in the 2nd round. Felt bad for the young man because I thought he was the best running back in the draft, and he lasted until the 2nd round. What's happened for him? Running backs, I hate to use the word devalue, but people aren't going to take them quite as high right now, and he's in that cycle. But I think the Lions really benefited. This guy can cut, burst, run with power, and he can catch the ball out of the backfield. I really like him, and he was my #1 running back.
29-yard line.
From the 29, Stafford. That's complete to DeAndre Swift out of the backfield. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
From the 8, they've got it 1st and goal. Here's Swift. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
The tackle made.
Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Stafford throwing quickly, complete out wide, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. From 6 yards away, and the Lions are going to take a first-quarter lead. This crew, they were on a roll going into the bye week that they just had, Charles, so sort of picking up where they left off.
And you and I both know that when you come back off of an open week and you've been winning games, you should get a few extra days off in order to recharge and refuel. But coaches often hedge their bets, too. They'll bring them back and work them really hard that first practice back to make sure that they're back and grounded.
Whatever they did, formula looking good so far in this one. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They start on the ground with Geis. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Out of the gun is Minshew. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Looking to throw it, Minshew. And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things, get back to what works.
We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and the Lions will take over.
At their own 41-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
That catch good for only a couple.
At the 44-yard line.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Now Stafford. And a big one loss here as he's taken down. Timmy Jernigan with a sack.
And they're picking up right where they left off with the shutout that they pitched last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now. After the sack, Stafford and the Lions come up on a 3rd and long situation. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion.
First down.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. Now a toss for Swift left side. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage.
Ball carrier.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
No gain.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
To throw on 2nd down to Stafford. Throwing deep for Galladay. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line.
Stafford's back.
A big play there for Detroit. And even 40 yards. How about this first quarter for them throwing the football?
This defense has 0 answers for what they've seen so far with the ball in the air. I'm not sure how they're going to change things around, but offensively, I keep attacking. I keep throwing the football until they make me change.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. DeAndre Swift. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Lions are able to grow their lead.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8 ball.
You got to make sure you just hold in there. Survive the early storm, relax a little bit, and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive, but at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer, and make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still 2nd quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Geis with a carry on 2nd down. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
To Chris Thompson.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. This is Geis. And a pretty good run as he'll get this down close to a 1st at the Lions' 44. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
And they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Hey. You draw quarter. Stop.
6 here, D. 6 here. 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 6
to the left side here for Eifert. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And this is caught inside the 5. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Laviska Shenault, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jaguars are back within a score. And that one makes it 14-7.
Makes the score Lions 14, Jaguars 7.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the 28-yard line.
Now a carry for Swift, and he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I'll bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the 1st down. They love being physical.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. A shotgun snap for Stafford. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Throwing again. Stafford. And he'll hit his tight end, Walker. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. They get 6. That'll leave him with 3rd and 4.
And it's
not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets him 6. From the gun, here's Stafford. That's complete to Swift out of the backfield. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a 1st down.
Ready. Waiting. 44. Switch up. Check safety.
From the 50, it's Stafford. They'll try and set up the screen to Swift. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards. So they had the big loss on that 1st down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. Again, it's Stafford. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit and it forced an incompletion.
3rd and long, it's Stafford. And this is going to be incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad.
At their own 15-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with it?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. That one throw downfield is taken in by his running back. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one good for 26 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Look at me. Go.
Minshew quickly completing it out wide. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's second down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Hey, box drop.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Second and 9 from the 44. It'll be Minshew again. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Again, Minshew looking to throw. Able to complete this to Shenault. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half.
10 at the 41-yard line.
Now Minshew on 1st and 10. Flushed out right. Past the 20. Caught Eifert over the middle. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. On the ground, Geis. And he'll take this into the end zone. A touchdown, Jacksonville. A great play there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Jaguars are within an extra point of tying this one up. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14.
Josh Lambo to kick off for Jacksonville.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. From the 31, Stafford throwing deep for Galladay. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far. But on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. This time they stay on the ground. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. DeAndre Swift in the final seconds of the first half. And the Lions have taken the lead.
For the extra point.
So they're able to break the tie just before halftime. Now they just don't want anything crazy to happen on the ensuing kickoff.
Yeah, they want to just add the extra point, get the kickoff taken care of, and get to the locker room with the lead that they fought so hard to get.
Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away from the 10. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more.
Let's take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They have the lead now. They'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had an ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Out of the gun, Stafford. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 12 yards there and a first down.
And the Lions first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They run the counter. Swift. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
Ball carrier.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a first down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chatter right now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Once again, it's Swift. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
This is out quickly to the right, and he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a first.
Detroit.
That time the conversion comes courtesy of the RPO.
And know what it did? It moved the sticks. Nice pickup on 3rd down. Even better decision.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. DeAndre Swift, the intended receiver that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down. To throw again. Stafford. And, boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Yards to go.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Levante David. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this 3rd quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind. And we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
Here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
At the 46-yard line.
60 Pittsburgh. 35's the night. I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son.
Minshew, 1st and 10. Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go. This is caught inside the 15. And they move this all the way down to the 9. They give him a gain of 37.
Well, they've got to remember that they're not going to get it all back on one drive. But that being said, they also had to come out here in the 3rd quarter with a sense of urgency and playmaking ability. And they showed it on that last play.
This one out quickly to Westbrook. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
4-yard gain.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. On the ground, it's Geis. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action, throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal.
Brings up 4th and goal.
The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1. Here we go with Geis. And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. A great effort there. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Jaguars are within an extra point of tying this one up. He's got it, and we're all tied at 21.
That ties the game at 21 apiece. Josh Lambo to kick off for Jacksonville.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
1st down, Lions.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. To throw is Stafford. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Complete to
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Stafford able to get this complete to Swift, his running back. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down.
Gain of a yard.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. Here comes the Lions punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line.
Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They stay on the ground. Geis again. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now in Jacksonville. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. The heavy set out there. 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3. They'll try and get it with Geis. And he is going to get the first down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there. Give him the 3rd down conversion. 5 yards on the play.
1st and 10 at the 24.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
35 to go.
Throwing on first down is Minshew. And he'll get this underneath to Thompson. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
To Chris Thompson.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5 at the 30-yard line.
Here's Minshew to Thompson on the screen. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27.
We're always talking about the athleticism we see from these guys on the field. How about the intelligence as well? He recognized that there was a screen pass on that one, broke off his pass rush, and got back to tackle the running back. That's great scouting and great reaction.
Hey, Haywood. Mike 35. Let's go. 35's the Mike.
Minshew throwing on 3rd down. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
The Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away. Agnew now to return. Nearly a huge return, as it is. Still a very good one. 24 yards. And the Lions will have excellent field position here as they take over 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 49-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They'll stay on the ground with Swift. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain that time, and it leaves them with 3rd and 11 coming up.
No gain on the play. And it brings up 3rd down.
The Lions on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. Stafford with a play fake to Swift, and he'll set to throw. It's caught. Jones. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Stafford to Jones, enough for a Lion 1st down.
And the Lions.
Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Walker with a grab, left side. Not much there, only a yard.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Stafford throwing on target to Jones, and he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line.
Marvin Jones.
In addition to his really good hands, Marvin Jones makes big plays downfield. Ended up missing the last month of the 2019 season. Still had 62 catches for nearly 800 yards. And even more importantly, 9 touchdown catches included in that number. When Marvin Jones goes downfield for a pass, oftentimes he finds his way into the end zone.
He'll wind up being stopped for no gain, and it'll lead to a 4th down. They couldn't get anything going there out on the right side of the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down. Here we go on 4th. Stafford. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Only a yard that time. 2nd and goal.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. It makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They come up on what could be a pivotal 3rd and goal now in a tie ball game. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. 4 yards, that gets him close to the goal line, but it also brings up a 4th and goal.
4th and goal at the 1-yard line.
So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This for the lead in the final stages. McCann's kick up and good. And they have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the 4th, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they manage the clock exactly right.
24-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Brings up
that last catch short of the marker by just a yard. Leaves them with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he can't corral it. That would have wrapped it up if he'd been able to hold on. Instead, it brings up 3rd down.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. He's back to throw. And Eifert has it. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. Give him 8 yards on the play, and they pick up the 1st. That's what they need right now. Get the 1st down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
He'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down.
Goal at the 5-yard line.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. That's complete right around the 8. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but now you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
And that will make this a 4-point game.
Makes the score Jaguars 28, Lions 24.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Jamal Agnew now to return it. A lane opens here. He's past the 30. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Well, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Kenny Galladay, the Pro Bowler, was his intended target. And it's 3rd down.
One thing that offensive guys stress when they throw the deep ball, you're just counting on your receiver to find it, adjust before the defensive back can get his head around. In this case, though, the DB matched it move for move and knocked it away.
Now it's Stafford. He's going to get that to Swift underneath. And he's going to be taken down at the 39, clearly short of the first by a few yards. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts
6 yards.
as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. Down 4 late, got to go for it here on 4th down. They snap it to Stafford. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he'll be brought down with the 1st down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. A lack of discipline defensively on 4th down, and now that leads to a 1st and 10. Stafford now to throw. He's going to let it fly. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they run successful.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Stafford. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute.
Touchdown.
How many people are watching this one right here who gave up? Because that score, they might want to try and rush back into this stadium.
Yeah, what looks like is going to be the game-deciding score, although a little bit of time left, so you can't count your chickens before they're hatched.
Well, they better come back in here and watch this one, because you and I, we're not going anywhere. We want to see this one play out.
He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead.
Score Lions 31, Jaguars 28.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. taken at about the 1. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
First and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary. But you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself a chance to set things up for an easier shot at it.
We'll see if they can do it. Might be easier said than done. Incomplete. And we're down to 8 seconds now. Laviska Chenault, the rookie, his intended target. And it's 3rd and short.
3rd down and 2.
Back to throw. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And that is going to seal this victory as time runs out.
Good job, baby. Way to hold on to it.
Today's final score, Lions.
Well, we were on hand for a fun and entertaining game here. Coming down really to that last play. Great job defensively to get the pick and seal it.
And we know that every play during a game matters. You're never sure